Well, now you know everybody's got to come.
Then go live on Instagram.
And here, goober. I have my goobers with me today. Okay.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Sandhya.
We have a guest of honor today. Hi, Valentine. Hi, Mr. V.
That's right. We have V here. This is my baby. And he's like, he wanted to hang out with me today, and I couldn't say no.
And that's the best part of
It's
today's
the best
live.
I'm so excited to see you, Sandhya, because you, like, since we last talked, you had kind of a big event, right?
I turned a year older. I had
Well,
my
happy
20.
birthday.
Thank you. I had my 25th birthday.
Your
So
25th
yeah.
birthday, wow.
Yeah, I was born in late 2000s. So
Wait. You don't look a day over 22.
right, I 21. Do not
Forever 21.
make me 22. I'm an ageist, feminist, probably all the is that you can think of.
Yeah. Well,
So
I saw the photos from your birthday, and you, as usual, looked absolutely gorgeous.
thank you. I don't even try anymore.
Bye, Valentine. Are you coming back? You're gonna come back? Okay.
Bye, V. Hope to see you soon. So, what are we talking about today, Melissa?
So you picked out an awesome topic, and I think this is something that comes up on your social media often, because you sell clothes, obviously beautiful clothes under your label, Sandhya Garg, and this one is chic plus size fashion. So it's how to dress up stylishly, even at like a larger size.
Yeah. Yeah. And this video is relevant if you are a large size person, a plus size person, or even if you are a regular small or medium size person. But, there are some common fashion mistakes and some key fashion secrets that all high fashion stylists know about that Melissa and I are going to share with you today. So you want to stick around till the end, right, Melissa?
That's right.
But before we go any further and start talking about our top secrets for chic fashion styling for larger sizes, we want to know where you guys are watching us from. If you're watching us live, say live and your country or city in comments below. Like we are going live from our studios. I'm in Arizona in the
I,
West Coast, US, and Melissa.
I'm in San Francisco.
So we are both going live on our world famous Thursday live from West Coast in US. And if you guys are watching us on replay, because we love our replay viewers, do tell us in comments below where are you guys watching us on replay from. You could say replay Dubai, replay Delhi,
Oh
replay
yeah.
Detroit, replay Dallas. Just feel free to drop it in.
Yeah, we have an international perspective here.
I mean, sizing is sizing. It has, no country, no language, no culture barrier. And the tips that we are talking about are universal. So they apply to everyone.
Yeah.
And let me introduce my friend Melissa to you. Hey guys, hi. If you haven't
Hi.
met Melissa, this is Melissa from bikepretty.com. Martha Sue Stewart loves her bike helmets. And if you don't like to look like when you are biking around with like a boring egg-shaped helmet, you want to grab one of Melissa's Bike Pretty hat helmets. They are super gorgeous, super safe, and fun. Right,
Sandra,
Melissa?
you're so nice. Yes, that's right. We here at Bike Pretty, we make helmets for people who love fashion and adventure, who love riding bikes, but don't necessarily want to feel like really sporty, like they're trying to race in the Tour de France or something like that. Just for people who want to like put on a sundress and go for a bike ride. And I think, kind of like with fashion, there's a lot of misconceptions around who can ride a bike. Like you have to be super fit and you have to be really hardcore about like tracking your macronutrients and things like that. And it's just not true. Like biking can be a really enjoyable hobby that you do at a slow pace. and you don't have to actually even get really sweaty if you
Yeah,
don't
I
want
mean,
to.
yeah, you can just enjoy good weather and feel the air on your face while you ride around enjoying the scenery. And then, of course, safety is so important. So,
Yeah.
Melissa's helmets help with that.
I do take safety very important because, I just want to make sure everybody's safe. They got a safe place to ride. And like, you shouldn't need to risk your life just to do something as fun as riding a bike, right? It's actually a low impact sport and it's good for you. Um,
It is, yeah. And then also, it can be quite dangerous if you're riding in cities like Boston, first-hand experience with that.
did
But
you bike in Boston?
I did try to, and then this car, angry, aggressive black SUV, literally cut me off and kind of brushed my elbow. And I think that was the last time I tried.
I think, yeah, if there was, it's it's hard in some places, especially in the US. It's like our culture is very much, if you're in a car, then that's who counts. Anybody outside of a car is like not given the same kind of safety and consideration. So I don't really know how to fix that problem, but I do think that if more people ride bikes, then they have that perspective of like, I know what it's like to be on a bike in a city. And if they do drive still, when they still drive, they're like a little bit more careful because they're
Oh
like, I
yeah,
can relate to that person on a bike.
yeah.
I'm going
I
to give them more space and go a little bit slower.
Yeah, no, I slow down if there is a biker and then I give them a lot of space on the road so they don't feel threatened or feel like I'm trying to drive over them, which is also not my intention. But
Exactly, of course, of
but
course.
I'm more mindful of because of my experience, so I agree.
Yeah. And I think kind of the same way with fashion, it's like maybe if you grow up only wearing straight sizes, meaning like you go to the mall and you see people in magazines and photographs that look a little bit like you don't really, you don't think about how much of a challenge it can be if you're dressing a larger body or a body that doesn't fit into standard sizes.
Yeah, I recently lost a bunch of weight and I used to be a bigger size person, now become smaller. So that's why, I've worn this dress on purpose. But there comes a time when you're like, oh, nothing looks good on me anymore. And you are trying all these cute clothes, but you feel like nothing's working on me anymore. It's kind of sad. It also is very upsetting when that
Yeah.
happens, when you feel like, something that would look so good on you does not fit you anymore, does not make you feel good about yourself anymore.
Yeah.
So I think this is something larger size people struggle with, and that's why I wore this dress. So I have worn this dress in size XL,
Well, before we get into that, so
literally a
Sandhya,
year.
what's your experience, right? Because you're
Yeah,
not only someone who wears clothes, you're also a designer.
design school. But I'm also someone who's a mom and who's lived the journey of being a size zero, then wearing size 12, and size 12 and 14 are not, they're not big sizes.
Yeah.
But from that to from size 0 to size 12, 14 to again to a size small now, I completely understand the perspective. And then how, you kind of, you're like, fashion is not for me, and at the same time you don't feel empowered. You are like, oh, this t-shirt and baggy jeans is my thing now. But we are here to correct those notions and give you some amazing insights and tips that you can apply in your daily life, and up your fashion game and feel empowered with.
Yeah, and I think just feel like yourself, like you're looking your best, you're expressing yourself through your clothes. Like I love getting dressed, obviously, and I remember through my pregnancy and postpartum how um, if I couldn't wear the clothes that really felt like me, it really affected my whole mood and whether or not I wanted to even go outside and kind of be like visible. And I think a lot of women do struggle with that. Like, how do I present myself when I'm in this new body?
Yeah, and our body keeps changing, and
That's
I think
right.
instead of like not accepting ourselves and loving deeply loving ourselves for who we are, we try to fit into certain trends that are going on TikTok or certain Instagram fashion, whatever norms that some stylists put out there or some fashion influencers show you. But it is not one size fits all. You are your own human being, and we are going to give you like three top secrets of picking flattering dresses and flattering silhouettes for your body, and top three mistakes that you can avoid. And if you can remember these 6 points, you can ace your dressing up game,
Oh, I
right?
can't wait. I can't wait.
So, without further ado, let's start with our first one. So, we are talking about top three secrets to picking flattering dresses and flattering silhouettes for your body. Melissa, do you want to start with the first one?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the first one, oh, this is a good one. Okay. Define your waist without squeezing it. That's very important. So look for wrap dresses, belted styles, or fit and flare silhouettes. So for me, I'm all about the fit and flare.
Right.
Huge. That's huge for me. Yes. Like really, yeah, I'm about to get rid of all my skirts and dresses that are not fit and flare because I don't want to wear
You
them.
could just belt them. You don't have to get rid of them. You could just get a nice belt and belt them, or get a nice scarf and tie a scarf. So I'm wearing this wrap style dress right here. Can you
Oh, it's
see?
beautiful.
And I've just
Yeah.
wrapped it around, and I have worn this dress in XL size and felt gorgeous. I think there are still reels of me floating around saying, "Come look at my gorgeous, gorgeous poppy dress." So, hi guys, come look at my gorgeous, gorgeous poppy dress. I'm wearing it in size small today.
And that's your design, right?
My design, and it's, it's got these gorgeous stripes, and because it's a belted style. But also, I want you to first understand your body shape. If you have a rectangular body shape, a wrap dress or a belted dress might not be your best friend, because you have a more straight shape. But if you have a hourglass shape, apple, pear, bottom heavy, any of those, a wrap dress, belted dress works beautifully to show your curves.
I agree. I have a wrap dress and I've kept it for years, and the reason why is because it's been able to stick with me through all the size adjustments. And I still always feel pretty. Also, it packs up super small. So I love to bring it for traveling because I can just like throw it on over a little slip dress and I feel really polished and put together.
And I think it's so comfortable as well, and so feminine, like
Yeah.
any wrap dress for that matter. And because you're kind of customizing it to your size when you're wrapping it, there's always, it kind of fits your current size.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and I think if you want to, as we get older, and our bodies change, but we come into our taste and we kind of understand our style a little bit more. And maybe it's the time we want to start investing in clothes that are really going to stay with us, right? So when you're thinking, I want to buy something that's good quality, how can I make sure it's something that's going to be able to stick with me through the different stages of life? One of the things to look for is that sort of adjustability. So clothes that will accommodate your body through different stages. And a wrap dress, a beautiful wrap dress from Sandhya Garg or somewhere else, but Sandhya Garg
Whatever
especially,
you
whatever you like that, it's gonna have good quality. And I bet yours is probably made with some really nice finishing details. Like you don't have to show us, but
I mean, yeah, look at these cute details right here.
mhm.
So there's this beautiful, two laces combined, such unique details that you want to show off and people want to appreciate. There's this fun ruffle on sleeves. I used to have chunkier arms, so I was very happy when the sleeves would kind of cover my fluff.
And those are like the style accommodates like a
Yeah,
different
yeah.
bicep circumference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, going from size XL to a size small now, I feel like so like happy in this dress, and it's so comfortable. It's just like tied up at my waist, but rest of me is super free to do anything. And right now, I'm wearing it with these really fun heels. Let me bring the camera down.
Wait, with jeans?
No, no heels.
Oh, heels. Okay. I was like, whoa.
I don't want to flash you guys. So I'm wearing it with really cute heels, but you could do it with like sneakers, like white shoes or
Yeah.
sandals, and make it look casual or party like. So you can always dress it up, dress it down. And it's a really cute floral print, which is perfect for summer and winters. So it is kind of seasonless. So that's another thing that you guys can look for. But with
Yeah.
with that being said, let's jump to our next point, Melissa.
Oh, choose neckline. Oh yeah, neckline talk. So this is something that is like a neckline isn't really a size thing, is it?
It is not, but anyone can play around with the neckline. Choose necklines that elongate. V necks, scoop
Mm.
necks, and asymmetrical cuts lengthen the neckline and draw the eye upward. I am wearing a V neckline, and you can see how it kind of elongates my face and neck, right?
Yeah,
Melissa's wearing almost a crew neckline, and you can see how it's kind of rounded and a little shortening to the eye,
yeah,
not in.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
So,
Yeah, I'm wearing horizontal stripes too.
no, like this is the live example. We are wearing all these clothes that we haven't even planned, but are kind of such good examples. Like if you want to look elongated, and like polished, because of course, when you kind of look elongated, you look more stylish.
Yes,
You look more elegant,
yes,
I may say so. So here are the life examples. I am wearing a nice V-neck, and my face, although not as long, and my neck kind of looks elongated and elegant. And with the round crew neckline, we can see how different Melissa looks. But I wish
yeah.
Melissa had a V neckline. Maybe next video we can have Melissa in her V neckline and
I
show you
used
how.
to wear them a lot, and then I think I stopped. I should probably dig some out again.
And you could give it
This
a try.
today I picked purely for the love of color. I was like, let
And
me
yet
just
we
wear.
can match with our rainbow
That's
colors.
right. I was just
And
like, let me wear a rainbow today. It's gray outside. I want to wear a rainbow.
it's kind of overcast here in Arizona as well. So yeah, elongated necklines always look super flattering. And
Oh, but you know what? If I were like, hey, I want to wear this shirt, but how can I add some elongation? Do you have any tips for that?
I think I would probably go with a jacket over it. But
Ah,
because the color is so strong, you're still getting broken up. But if you were
okay.
wearing a more of a flesh tone or skin tone crew neckline t-shirt, then I could say you could do a V neck jacket, and
A
it would
V-neck jacket.
still
Okay.
do that elongation.
I was thinking about adding a collar. You know, those like little collars you can put just underneath t-shirts and stuff, and something with like a long point. So that would be a way to get that elongation, but without maybe showing as much skin if you're like not feeling that for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
no, I think that's another wonderful experiment, and that's why uh, I did so much fashion for so many years, and I thought I knew everything. But even now, I put on something and I try some new things, and I am so surprised because I learn every day with fashion, with styling. It's so personal, and
It
of course,
is.
there are some principles, some secrets that you can try, but you have to give all of these things a try and then see what works best for you.
I wish I could borrow one of your beautiful necklaces that you wore during our safari chat, like those like
The
big bib
massage.
necklaces. I feel like it would go really well with my
Oh
t-shirt.
yeah, and I have like matching ones. You need to
Yeah,
come visit me. We need to do the live from here, and then I'll put all my maximalist jewelry on you.
yeah. Oh, I'd love that.
Okay, so let's jump to, with all the color talk. Let's jump to point number 3,
Yeah.
Melissa.
Okay, so this one is use color and print strategically. Bold vertical prints, darker side panels, or color blocking guide the eye and create shape. That's true. You're true.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And Melissa is wearing bold colored stripes, and you can see how I just want to look at your t-shirt.
Yeah, like I have like the classic pear shape, so I'm smaller on top. So to kind of balance that silhouette, I don't know if I can back up, but I tend to wear like something that's gonna broaden the top part of my body.
Yeah.
And then from the waist down, it might like I'm wearing like a darker color. Oh, thank you, Valentine. I'll show you my outfit. So
Oh,
I'm
that
still
is
carrying the color through, but you can see it's like this is a stripe pattern, but it's darker. So I've defined the waist, I've got the broadening, but then I have that fit and flare.
so
And I
it
feel like
kind
really
it kind of
balanced.
gives you an hourglass shape. Like you said, you have a pear shape, but it feels like you have an hourglass shape.
Well, that's the illusion, right? That's what I
Right?
work.
Yeah. And you can trick the eye to kind of perceive your shape differently. So when you play around with color blocking, if you have darker side panels, it completely makes you look so like elongated, elegant,
Yeah.
slimmer again. And it's something you could give it a try. And I have tried darker side panels, they really work.
Yeah, when you do it, like sometimes it's like a princess line dress, and so
Yeah.
it'll be like, and princess line is just, it refers to a particular cut, and you can know a princess line dress if you go to the store and there are like long vertical seams
Right
going
here.
down the
Let
front.
me,
So
let
there's
me,
like,
this is
mhm,
your princess line.
that's right.
Yeah.
And it can create a really lovely like shaped
Shape.
garment, and you can play around with like color and patterns. So I would look for ones if you're feeling like I would like to emphasize the vertical, if it
Yeah.
has a darker panel here on the sides.
And also to add to that, you are wearing broad horizontal stripes to make your top look broader. I am wearing vertical stripes with like these hand painted water. It's my own fabric, it's my own print, guys. So I'm doing
So
this
beautiful.
vertical striped print, so it makes me look taller, slimmer, more elegant. So go for prints that have like a vertical orientation instead of horizontal orientation. So do not shy away from colors, cuts, prints. You just want to pick the right ones.
I love how your print, like you were like, okay, yes, vertical stripes can be really flattering, but I want to create like a softer floral look to it. And you've like integrated the, are they like roses? Is it a
They're
rose
like hand
motif?
painted roses, dahlias, like all sorts of flowers on this
Oh,
dress. So it's
also
beautiful.
it's a beautiful, yeah. And it's like you've broken up that vertical line, so it's more subtle. So it's really, it's like I'm just wearing a pretty floral dress, but then there's so much kind of illusion happening to make it really flattering.
And so many fun details for you to find out slowly. But yeah, so, and for that matter, if you like animal prints, try to get the vertical orientation,
Oh
right?
yeah. Yeah, like leopard prints are one. So there's all sorts of leopard prints out there, but some of them you can see on the background, they really have that shading where the background of the print will have dark areas, light areas, dark areas, light areas, and that can really emphasize the vertical. So it's like looking for the right leopard print can
Right
help a
print.
lot.
And yeah, like that sounds like an ombre coloring in the back. That
Hmm.
would look super interesting too. And you want to pick things that, or and even diagonal orientation, I feel kind of makes you look
Yeah.
super elegant. So if
Yeah.
things are going like diagonally, you know,
Yeah.
that
My
also
skirt has a diagonal stripe.
diagonal
So
stripe, yeah. So that cuts your body beautifully as well and makes it look very interesting. Like right now, because those stripes are going like this, I want to look at your waist, Melissa.
oh yeah, it's like pointing.
Yeah, pointing at your waist, and then you have
Yeah.
this gorgeous. So if we literally see it, it's kind of like this, gives you an hourglass shape, and the
Hmm.
color works beautifully. It adds that fun element to your personality. So that would be an eye-catching look if you walk down the street.
That's right.
Of course, you'll be so happy because you look so pretty. You would want to dance and
I'm
twirl
just going to the
around.
playground after this. I'm not going anywhere special, but it feels good to dress up.
So these were our top three secrets to picking a flattering dress or silhouette for your body. I want you guys to try all of them and tell us what worked for you, what did not work for you, or if you have any ideas, do put them in comments below. We read all your comments and we respond to all of them. So do that, right, Melissa?
That's right. We'd love to hear from you.
And now to my favorite part.
Okay. Mistakes. Who are
Three,
you going to call out?
you.
Okay. Okay.
Three plus size fashion mistakes to avoid. So let's start with mistake number one. Melissa's going to start with this.
Okay. So, mistake number one is hiding under baggy clothes. Oversized everything might feel safe, but it often makes you look bigger. Especially, I mean, looking bigger or smaller, that's one thing, but like it just doesn't feel good, I think, to feel like you're hiding,
Yeah,
to feel like you can't be seen.
right.
Yes, my love. Oh, yes, I know
I
that.
know
Okay.
I know so many people who wear loose clothes just because they don't want their fat bits to show, and I call them fat bits, and I have many.
Yes.
But honestly, don't do that. You don't have to hide your flaws. You just want to accentuate your assets. So,
Yes.
if you're proud of your beautiful shoulders, your beautiful neck, your gorgeous arms, your beautiful hands, show those off. Don't hide things. And, you have to kind of play with the proportions. So don't just put a sack on, because that will
Mm.
look like you look like whatever, like a ghostbuster or something. You want to define your shape. So if that means defining your waist, showing off your shoulders, showing off your legs, or whichever body part you are happy with, accentuate that. Do not hide behind a baggy silhouette.
I think there's like a difference, right, between baggy, ill-fitting and like an oversized silhouette.
Oh yeah.
And I would say for an oversized silhouette, there's so many good inspirations out of Japan for like how to do an oversized kind of like layering. And I feel like that it's the quality of the fabric. So not even necessarily expensive or cheap fabric, but it's like looking for something that has a wonderful drape and some structure when it falls, and it doesn't look really wrinkled when it's draping. Because if you're gonna wear a bunch of fabric, make sure it's a good enough quality that you're not gonna look all wrinkly, basically,
Even
and
I,
disheveled.
I feel like even if you're working with volume, you're
Mm.
so right about it being a good quality fabric that kind of works with the volume. The shape and the cut matters, and also the proportions and the way you carry it. If your intention is just to hide behind fabric, don't do that. But if your intention is to show your taste and style in an oversized voluminous piece, like a jacket with oversized shoulders, or a big skirt that has a train that's 50 meters long, do by all means do that, or show
Like
people.
bring the drama,
Bring
right?
the drama, yeah, like have those gorgeous stunning statement sleeves. Do it, but I wouldn't do like statement big sleeves with statement big body. Then I would just look like a blown up doll.
I see what you're saying. So like pick something, and then
Like
maybe the
one,
rest is a little
yeah.
bit more subdued.
So it's more proportionate and the
Yeah.
play of volume. And then you also have to kind of look at your body when you're playing around with proportions, what works for you, and also what makes you feel confident. Because if
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Louis Vuitton everything and I'm not feeling confident, probably no.
Yeah.
But if even if you're wearing a non-designer name, non-brand name clothing, it's making you feel happy,
Like
making you,
it's your favorite color
yeah, do
or it's a
it.
print that you love. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I love everything you said about fabric.
Thank you.
So yeah, so that brings us to point number 2, ignoring proportions. Balance is key.
Yeah,
Flowy on top with fitted bottoms or vice versa.
I agree. Yeah, exactly. I think we are getting towards that.
And that's what Melissa is doing. She has a fitted top and a voluminous skirt, which makes her proportions look so beautiful. Melissa's showing off.
But
Let me-
so I was saying, like, I wanted to get rid of my other skirts because I have some others that have like gathers here, and I have a bit of a tummy area happening, and I feel like the gathers kind of accentuate it more than this, which is flat. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. So making
Oh,
you,
great. Zoom in on it. Thank you.
yeah. I think gathers can kind of accentuate like your fat. I think a lot of like if you're super super slim, a lot of people do gathers to kind of make up for the stick figure.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's
So this
why.
is like fit and flare is super flattering on you. Is it a skirt or like culottes? It's
It's
a
a skirt.
skirt. Yeah.
But it's four panels, right? So it's two panels in the front and two in the back. So it's not just one, it's not like one piece of material. So I think the drape, and it's also on the bias, right? So the drape of it is really key. And it's a heavier weight fabric. So this is a heavyweight fabric. It's a polyester brocade, so it's not like really expensive, but it has a beautiful drape and it's on the bias. So those are things to look for.
Yeah, no, I think it looks fun. And in terms of proportions, fit and flare, so you can do like a super flowy top and then do it with like pencil trousers, and
Oh
that
yeah.
looks super good as well. And let me show you my look right now. How do I make myself bigger? Help me, Melissa. Okay, so like my wrap dress is kind of a fitted top. It's fitted up top, and then of course there is a belt to kind of define where it's gonna fit all the way, and then the skirt is kind of a line.
And you
So
don't have like a bunch of gathers either. You have that soft. Well, you have gathers in the sleeve, and you
yeah,
use that to your effect.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of statement sleeve play around with proportion and volume kind of part. But yeah, and I have an hourglass shape. So, guys, also it's important you kind of figure out your body shape. And I can link how to figure out your body shape in comments below so you can measure yourself and know your unique body shape and dress accordingly. So, dressing in right proportions is the key to being feeling like you're put together well.
Yeah. Yeah. And also wear your favorite color. Come on, just wear it.
Just wear colors.
Yeah.
That's
Just
that's all. Yeah,
We're always gonna say that, aren't we?
we are color lovers.
We
It's
are. We
like
are.
mother lover, you color lover. So let's jump to point three, Melissa.
Oh, okay. So number 3, following trends blindly. Not every TikTok fashion trend is meant for everybody. Yeah, I think that's true. I agree.
Do you can and does any example come to your head?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, TikTok, like, what is the weird fashion? I see like makeup trends, and that is like a whole other thing. That I don't really understand those. But I think for a while, what I don't know if this says about me, but it was like those athleisure leggings where the butt was like ruched and it like really like emphasized like the butt,
The buns.
the butt, which I'm all for people celebrating their buttons, but like that one was like all over my For You page for a while. And I, as someone who doesn't really like need butt emphasis, I didn't like get into it, but I was happy for the people who were trying it out.
I think also one of my trend quirks is skin colored athleisure
Oh God.
as outerwear. So I have seen women do like like flesh colored leggings, and then I
No,
was like,
you're
she's not wearing pants.
I like, I don't ever do this, but I had to take a picture of a woman because I saw this woman out of the corner of my eye crossing the street. She was completely naked from the waist down, except for a sweater tied around her waist. And then I took a second look and I realized she was just wearing skin tone athleisure. And I was like, I don't, yeah, that is a fail, right? That's
Yeah,
a
no,
fail.
I can't support that trend at all. I mean, it's and I'm very body positive, and I
Yeah,
do not. I used to be very judgy, like I'm super honest about it, and then as I grew up and matured, I learned not to judge people for anything and everything. But that is one thing that's very hard to look at.
like if your clothes don't look, they don't, people aren't perceiving your clothes as clothing. Like, are your clothes working?
Also, it's not about people trying to be mean or these fashion queens when they're kind of commenting.
Yeah,
Sometimes that may be the intention, but I feel like a lot of times people come from a good place, and fashion is meant and clothing is meant to show who you are, to empower you, to make you feel confident. And if your clothing is not doing that, then and if a trend is not doing that, do not follow it. Now more than ever, you don't have to follow a fashion trend. You
yeah.
make your own fashion trends.
Yes.
And
Yes.
guys, I've worked with a lot of like big research companies who kind of research fashion trends and forecast trends
Oh
for
yeah.
2 years in future. As a fashion designer, you have
Can
W.
you talk a little bit about that? So I know about this industry, but I feel like maybe like the normal civilian, not in the fashion industry. So what are these organizations, these trend forecasting organizations, and how do apparel designers work with them?
So how do you know all the clothing you buy, say at Zara or your H&M or whatever, at stores, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, whatever. So how it works, if you watch Devil Wears Prada, uh, Miss Presley says it, Anna
Yeah.
Wintour's uh, character, Meryl Streep, says it perfectly fine. How trends work is how these agencies work. They go to their New York Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, uh, Shanghai Fashion Week, all the big ones in the world. They photograph all big designers, and all these designers are creating, things from, like, I dream about patterns, I dream about color combinations and prints. It's something that I do since, a long time. So they create all these things. So they photograph runways, then they photograph people coming for these shows and how they have styled themselves. So
It's like,
that's very personal to them. Some of the celebrities or fashion influencers have put together a look themselves. Some have taken help of other people who have a good eye. And taste is so personal. Your style, your taste is so personal. They photograph people on the streets. You will see so many fashionable people walking in LA, New York. They've put together things. The proportions look fantastic. The colors are working. The prints are working. And that's how they form a comprehensive trend, color, print forecast. Then your whatever fashion stores, fast fashion stores, copy these trends, take inspiration with them, in terms of, like, butter yellow was super in, I'm
yeah.
sure someone put it on the runway. The fringe tassels were super in. The cowboy trend, where
Oh yeah.
everybody's doing the western style, thanks to Old Town Road becoming super hit. And also
Oh
your
yeah.
musicians, Taylor Swift doing this whole showgirl album. So they see these trends and how people want to kind of look like Taylor Swift, and they make trend forecasts. Then Zara, H&M designers, copy them, do them in a more fast fashion way, more affordable way. Then people start consuming it, and then it trickles down to TJ Maxx. So a fashion trend lasts a good 5 years.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, I that's a good point you brought up about Old Town Road and how it's still so influential.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
saw
we're seeing the
people.
effects of that.
Yeah, like there were suddenly 3 years of cowboy boots selling in
Yeah.
stores, and cowboy hats, and everybody having cowboy parties. And
Yeah.
we may just start seeing some showgirl stuff because Taylor Swift is launching this album. And then even Beyonce, all these people influence fashion and social tastes and structures. And I think that's the fun part of living, because you kind of get to try all these new things.
It is fun. You get to reinvent yourself. As I mean, we're always changing whether we like it or not.
Yeah, and then you don't have to
Yeah.
follow a trend
Yeah.
blindly. You could do your own interpretation and set your own trend. So you
So
get
you're
to.
saying as much as these companies are sort of looking, externally, they're doing research from all these different sources to find the trends. We can do that for ourselves too.
Yeah,
So as our tastes change and as our inspirations change, like we can put together our own kind of like personal micro trends and try out something.
yeah, and then you can hope a photographer will photograph you and put you
Or no,
in a
photograph
podcast.
yourself and just put yourself like that's the other thing I think we didn't get into this, but I would say one of the mistakes for anybody plus size fashion, straight size fashion is to only follow influencers who are like thin, white, wealthy people. Like, yes, follow your favorites if they are like that. Then you don't have to stop following someone, but try to like add more diversity to the fashion influencers that you follow. So I follow people who are like fashion over 60, plus size fashion, people who are in Australia doing like plus size bridal fashion. And I'm not getting married anytime soon, but I'm so interested. I like seeing what all the different sources are, and it changes my eye, right? I think if you only look at fashion magazines, and your eye just gets used to looking at one type of body wearing clothes, and you kind of lose inspiration when you go to get dressed in the morning.
Yeah, and I think it also helps a lot of people follow people who look that like them.
Oh, yes.
But that's good. But even then, I would say add variety. Maybe you want to start a Pinterest board to kind of widen your horizons. I find Pinterest to be so helpful in kind of giving me these new ideas. So
What
that's
would you
a
search
good.
for on Pinterest if you wanted to look for like new fashion inspiration? Like for your life, for your lifestyle.
I would do latest fashion trends, spring
Okay.
2026, fashion trends, summer, make it super specific. And then as you kind of are looking for things, and if there is something that resonates with you, you click on that pin, and then Pinterest will kind of show you similar
Yeah.
stuff. So then
Yeah.
you can create a board. And you can also, if you do it every year, you can see your style evolve, like kind of having like
Mm.
a vision board, like a fashion board. I have my next collection board right in front of me. I put out all my fashion research, my Marie Antoinette research, and I'm like looking at how prints are
Is that
working,
a
colors
sneak
are
peek?
working. So
That's what's
you could
coming next.
so Marie Antoinette collection is coming
Okay.
2026. Be ready. So you want to put things together, and I think you kind of find all these new brands that are doing all these new things that your fashion influencer is probably not talking about.
Yeah.
So it always helps having
Yeah.
a vision board, even if it's on Pinterest.
It's true. It really helps. When I started putting together my Pinterest vision board, what it showed me was that I love print and I love color. And so when I went shopping again, I was like, I don't need to bother buying. You read these articles and like everyone needs a white shirt, everyone needs like a black t-shirt or something. And I was like, I don't, because I don't like that style. I'm not going to wear it. And it like helped me become more me.
Yeah, that's not my style. Like everyone says, you should have a staple white shirt. I love it. I
Hmm.
love the look. You should have a. I don't have a white t-shirt. I don't have a black t-shirt.
Yeah, same.
I have a black leather biker jacket. It's just, I mean, people look at me and they're like, "Really, you do?" I do a black biker leather jacket. Like I would say, Anthony Bourdain's style, a little bit of that, like ripped jeans, but completely
Ooh,
different style. And I find a lot of times people love color and pattern, but just don't know how to wear it or
yeah,
shop for it. So I feel like Pinterest might help you a lot.
I agree. Even if it's just to find your own internal trends.
Yeah, your internal voice. And guys, dress up. Today's the day. You know, tomorrow's
That's
no
true.
better. Start with your fun fashion journey today.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Take that little micro risk and like wear the shirt you took a chance on.
Start with a scarf. We'll do our fall outfits and scarf tying next.
Ooh, I love
Next
that. Is
month.
that what we're doing next?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Fall outfits and layering. Okay.
So we'll do fall outfits and layering, and we'll show you how to tie your silk scarf or whatever scarf you have. Many different ways to look super stylish and chic. So you
So
want to.
what do I need to bring? I have some silk scarves. Are you gonna give me a tutorial and I can try to follow along?
Yeah, let's do that. I'll bring
Okay.
my silk scarf, my wool scarf, my designer scarves, and show you how to put them on.
Okay, I'll try
Look
to get
all
all my
elegant and
scarves.
rich.
Oh, I look rich. Like a rich lady in my scarf.
This is me being my Simpson Indian self. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. We've spoken about 3 plus size fashion mistakes to avoid and 3 secrets to picking the most flattering dress no matter your size. I want you guys to go try this looks and tell us in comments below what worked for you, what did not work, and if we've missed out on anything, please add to our knowledge.
Yeah, and if you have an outfit that you love and you're watching this on Instagram, can you like tag us in a reel of your outfit? Because I would love to see it. I'd love to get inspiration from your style.
Yeah, I mean, I see women doing my dresses that they bought from me in so many different ways, and I love all of the different ways they style, because I couldn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's true.
So, tag us in your photos. If you're watching it on Facebook, put your photos of you styling a scarf or you wearing a wrap dress. We want to see you. If you're watching us on YouTube, say drop a hi. And we would love to have you guys show us your style.
I would love to see it. All right.
Thank
Thank you, Sandhya.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you guys for joining us. Mwah. See you in 15 days.
In 15 days. Okay. Bye.
Bye.